So we had a acting masterclass from John Mathews from Plymouth Conservotoire come in and have a talk with us, where we ran our contemporary and Shakespeare monologues. I thought it was really useful. He spoke a lot about our Shakespeare monologues and told us a lot of things that we hadn't really gone over in class. So we ran into a thing called parenthetical thoughts, which are normally between two commas or in a bracket. So, for example, we were looking at the Viola monologue from Twelfth Night. So one of the lines is, "And she mistaken seems to dote on me." So the parenthetical thought is, "And she mistaken seems to dote on me." So there's just kind of something to add in. And John was explaining that saying something like that in an audition and understanding that is something massive, and maybe the auditioner might be quite taken aback by saying something like that. We also looked at thought processes for our contemporary monologue, so going through the thought process of the actual character and not actual words. It's similar to kind of actioning, but was also really useful. So I went over my home monologue and went through thought process, which was really cool and kind of made me have a second look at how it went. Going back to the Shakespeare monologues, we also looked at false stops, where in some of the lines in Shakespeare there's quite a lot of, well, in most of Shakespeare there's quite a lot of punctuation, and John was explaining that it's not always the correct place to stop. So you shouldn't always stop like the end of the line or whenever there's punctuation. That sometimes the sentence or a couple of sentences actually lead on to each other. So finding the right way to stop and start and try and make it run on, so it makes it sound more kind of natural instead of stop like a robot. He also said to kind of treat it more as a poem rather than like a contemporary piece, that quite a lot of Shakespeare monologues are rhythmic, so try to find those and see where the patterns are. But overall I was really impressed, and these lessons are things that I want to take forward into my auditions into drama school, because I think that obviously he's someone who auditions a lot of students going to drama school. He had quite a lot of things to say and kind of ways in to get yourself a bit of a foot up. So these are definitely things that I'll bring forward. But yeah, overall a great experience.